Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Hello.
How are you doing? So, we are here today together with Zeal and Murshida because we want to talk about an interesting topic, which is intuitive marketing and how we can use intuitive marketing in a manner where it makes a lot of sense for our business and doesn't make us feel like have that icky feeling of like we don't want to keep running our business or we feel guilt ridden in running our marketing efforts. So let's find out what are the things that needs to be done. So today's segment, we are going to be breaking this special segment down. First part, Zila Murshida is going to talk about their journey into intuitive marketing and also at the same time about intuition. What is the soulful feeling of, trying to run your business in the manner that makes a lot of sense intuitively in your heart and in your soul. And then after that, I will also be sharing a little bit about how I used my heart and soul in establishing my business. And that was how I continued on with the journey in establishing Fempreneur Secrets. And then if you stay all the way until the end, we're also going to share with you something amazing, which is how you can get your 1,000 subscribers, your first 1,000 subscribers in your email list. So stay on all the way until the end for you to find out more about this. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to pass on the time to the amazing duo. We have award-winning Zil and Murshida, award-winning coaches who are going to share with us today about soulful marketing and also moving yourself from struggle to flow. So over to you, Zil and Murshida.
Oh, thank you so
Okay,
much,
Huda.
Huda. Thanks for having us here. And we're so excited to engage with all of you here to talk about a topic that is really, really close to our hearts. And for many years, I've been running a business, and just like Zeal, together collectively, our business experience has been more than 40 years altogether, both of our experience. And I've been very much focused on data research before I market. And I believe strongly in that. When we market something about our products or services, you got to understand who you're marketing to and who you are targeting. So data is important. Your research is important, but I found another powerful item that is really something that you really need to address, and that is the power of your intuition. And intuition is not data driven. It is something, it is within you, it is within in your, people say, I can feel it in my gut that this is who I'm meant to serve. This is the person who really needs it, even though maybe they don't appear in your data, right? So I found that having that level of intuition where you are drawn to serve and who are the people who really needs your products and services, this is another way of you reaching out to your target market. So when we talk about intuition and intuitive marketing, it is not related so much with the data, even though I know that sometimes that data we need that in order for us to streamline and reach out to the people that we want to reach out to. The other aspect of marketing is using your God-given intuition, your God-given messages that you receive in your heart and your mind and in your gut. And that is something that comes from a space of heart-centeredness, that comes from a space of soul-centeredness, and that comes from a space of spirituality and faith. And that is what intuitive marketing is all about, and how powerful intuitive marketing is. So that's where we are going to be sharing a lot about this topic today, and what we are actually going to be addressing, to how you can reach out to your target market and know that these are the people that you are meant to serve.
Yep. Very good.
So
Yeah.
It sounds so exciting.
yeah.
So I think we are definitely going to encourage you to also ask questions. Okay, so throughout this session, if you have anything that you want to ask, anything you need clarification, just drop them inside the comments below from wherever you are watching this from, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, on YouTube. Just drop in the comments below, and we will be able to address this at the end of today's session. All right. So with that, let's hear from Zil and Murshida what this topic is all about, and go ahead and share with us from the perspective that you were sharing us with us just now.
Okay. Thank you very much, Huda, for sharing and for inviting us right? Yeah, as Mushidah was sharing just now, right? A lot of us, right? We were brought up to act and follow certain ways. For example, right? A lot of our beliefs or our actions that we take in, whether it's in our life or in our business, is mostly from our education, where we got it from, whether it's from school or from our parents, or even for external sources. And the first level of education is our family, of course, and the second level is our school, right? And most of the way that we were taught on how to educate, how to parent, is based on an industrial age model, where this model uses a lot of masculine energy, systems, structures, the factory model, where at that point of time is suitable, because at that point of industrial age, where a lot of people, they go through, after they finish their school, they go work in factories. So you actually need that kind of systems, structure and order, right? However, it's been like how many, 40, 50 years later, and the thing is, we are still using that same model in the industrial age where we're using now. And now it's already moved on from industrial age. It's already in the technological age. As some people say, it's gone into the even the spiritual age. So it's like an example that I'm giving now is we are using things like, even in marketing and other things, is we are using a typewriter in this age, right? We can still get a job done, like we can still type letters and all that, but people will finish. People will finish much way before us. We'll finish late. So what we recommend to people, right? Because we have been to the journey ourselves. Like, for example, we have, like, we want to, like, people ask, how do I apply intuition in my life? Like, why intuition is so important? One of the things is important because we believe is we have gone through it. Like, we want to look for partners, we want to look for suppliers. Like we have in it, like we have our checklist. I'm the by the book kind of person last time. Checklist, what we need in a person, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And everything checks out. We have been with people who are like our partners, who are like award winners. They're in the company, they're award-winning company. They financial all checks out, right? And then later on, for that, they are scam, or they are a liar. They lie to us about their background. And the why we couldn't see it, because we did not use our intuition, we did not use our gut. But there was somewhere around the journey, right? Mushidah was telling me there's something that's not right. There's something that's not right. But because we were so distracted by our fixation to numbers, to the valuation of the company, to the recognition of the person, that we forgot that we actually have our intuition, we have our gut to be able to tell us where we want to go. It's like inspiring action. So one of the things, right, that for me is how to apply, how to increase your intuition, is it cannot come from a space of logic and the left brain activities. Left brain activity is more structures, more numbers, more like data, like Mushidah was mentioned, right? Intuition goes to the right side of the brain, where you are moving towards creativity, towards intuitiveness, colors, joy. It's like a lot of these emotions that when we are using intuition, it goes inner. Yeah. And that's why a lot of people cannot tap in the inner, because they do not know how to. So that's why we tell them, right? When you start applying intuition, you will see amazing things happen. Even like with us, right? When we started using intuition, not only we meet ideal clients, ideal partners and suppliers, but we do without struggle. Like most people, they want to, like the old way of marketing was the numbers game. The more you get, the more you sell, the more you call, the more people and customers that you will get. But we tried using intuition and like you call soulful marketing, right? Inspired action. We work less, but we actually get the same or even more, right? So that shows, right, you don't have to be struggling, you don't have to be hustling in order to get a certain goal or target.
Yeah. And it is an energetic form of marketing as well. You can sense this is the right feeling. And the example that Zeal gave, that when we were with this other company that we were working with, the people that the person that we were working with, it just didn't feel aligned. You just know it, but in our heads, it looks good. It looks good on paper. It looks right on paper. Everything is like according to what is planned out
logical
on paper.
Is required,
yes,
right?
But deep down, I felt like something was just not right with this person. And then it's true enough. About 2 months later, I saw that coming, and I saw things actually manifest. And my intuition, my gut was telling me 2 months ago that this is not right. But the thing is, I didn't listen to it. So having learned from that, and looking back at some of the other examples of our experience as well in our business, I would, this is something we share with entrepreneurs now, business owners now, that trust that gut, but that gut feel, that intuition must come from a space of love and respect. It cannot come from a space where energetically it is fear based, it is suspicion based, it is jealousy based, ego based.
Energy,
So it is important that the business owner herself or himself has to be in that high vibe, clear energy, clear away from toxic emotions and negativity, in order for them to be able to receive this energy of who they're meant to serve. And when you use the feminine and the masculine energy, when you use the left and the right brain, whatever you may call it, whatever definition you may call it, when you focus on both the data as well as the heart-centeredness, that is where you can combine the best of how you're going to reach out to your target market, and also the way you communicate with your target market. You talk to them from a space of not hate to hate, but rather heart to heart, or even soul to soul. And people can feel it as you talk to them, the messages that you give, the content that you mention, even the pictures that you show, the visuals, the examples that you give. People can feel it in their heart and say, like, how does she know me? How does she know? How does he or she know what I am feeling? And it is because it comes from a space of intuition, and it comes from a space of knowing exactly what your target market is experiencing, the challenges that they face, and how you can resolve their problems, the challenges, and the service that you can provide for them. So it is at a different level of marketing. And I found that it's more, for me as a business owner, it is more cost effective. It is more, it's faster, time effective. You don't waste time talking about things or talking to people who is like that just is not your right match. And this saves us time, and it saves them time as well. And the match is done, and we can support.
It's more joyful.
Yeah, it's more joyful to serve the person, and it's targeted. So you're not like going to different places trying test. You get one, okay, fine, test. It is from that space of being called, inspired. And this is something that we'd love to raise the awareness of business owners. And trust me, Huda, when we talk about this, a lot of people just don't trust it. They'll be like, no, I still need that data. And somehow they'll be working long hours, they'll be struggling, they'll be hustling, they'll be doing things that was what they were used to in the past, working hard for X amount of money because they believe that is how they can get their business. When it does not have to be that way. It is a more joyful position when you do everything through intuition, and you enjoy life. You get more time for yourself. You can do things that you love, and at the same time you are actually servicing the right people, and you are actually adding value, and you make money.
For those of you who are listening in right today, feel free to actually interact with us if you need to ask any questions. I'm sure, like, for most of you, the word intuitive and intuitive, right? But intuitive marketing is a very strange or even an alien term to you. Never heard of intuitive marketing before. So what we're doing now is we're sharing with you. It's not a new concept. It has been around before, but a lot of people hasn't applied it in their life. They don't know the benefits of applying into their business, which is a lot, because we have seen, right? What we do, me and Mushidah do, is we believe in long term. That's why when COVID happened, like, we lost all our business and all that, logically telling us, right, we will never be able to pick up. We will be able to take a long time to pick up, and we will not be able to move our business in a very short time. But what happened, because we use intuition, we go back to the basics of our body, mind, heart, and spirit, and the energy is actually in the heart and the spirit level, and body, mind is the lowest energy. But when we are only focusing on logic, on our mind, on our body energy, is the lowest energy. And scientists have proven that if you go from body to mind to heart and spirit, is the highest energy. Example, right? Mushidah always tells this story, which I also will share. A mother was on the highway with a child, right? They were driving and the car broke down, and the child was trying to fix the car, and somewhere around the line he was below the bonnet to fixing the car, and the car dropped. I think the jack dropped something, and it dropped on him, and he was injured. The mother had to hold the car. If he did not hold the car, the car would fall on the side and kill the son. So she held it for 4 hours, and then when the fireman or the policeman came, they took strong men to lift the car up, and then they asked her, like, how can you, a woman who's in your 60s, lift up the car for 4 hours, and we struggle to even few minutes to carry the car. So when the psychologists, the scientists did their research, they said actually the mother is tapping on a very high energy, with energy of love. That's why we use love and respect. It's a very high energy. When you tap into the energy of love, respect, compassion, and all this very high level energy, you are tapping into your intuition and all the other things that comes together with it, right? So that's why we encourage people, right, to be in the long term. We work with our clients not 1 or 2 days, but we work with them 1 year. So then we have seen the people who in our community who apply intuition and they apply high vibration, they get business without any struggle. Like they say, suddenly somebody calls me and want to do business, and I've never met this person. It's like I met on Clubhouse one time, and the person wants to invite me to go on their podcast and speak with that. And then like originally or logically, most marketers will tell you, no, you need to give that 50 call a day to get that kind of client, you know. So we know otherwise because we have done it. So that's why we want to encourage people to actually try to have an open mind to find out more of this what is intuitive marketing, right? Feel free to interact with us as well. Yeah.
Yes, so I think this is a really good conversation that we are having so far with you, Zeal and Murshida. So I think if the audience probably are not asking questions yet, but it's okay. I'm gonna ask you questions instead. So with regards to this, right, when it comes to the balancing of intuition and maybe a little bit of data, do you think it's important, or one is more important than the other?
Okay, I'll answer first, then Mushida also will answer. Like for me, I believe in, for example, I give it easy for people to understand. When we walk with 2 legs, right? We cannot walk with 1 leg. So in order to do business, you must walk with 2 legs. Doing intuition and using data driven is walking with 2 legs. The moment you only use one, either you use only intuition, you don't use data, or use data without intuition, is you're only walking on 1 leg. And your whole life you'll be hopping on 1 leg. Other people are walking, running, and they will be way ahead of you. So that's why I believe in the balance. There must be a masculine and feminine. We cannot get rid of one, but the problem in our world today is because people have been so conditioned to believe that the masculine way of doing things, the logical way of doing things, is the best way, and they never apply the feminine energy. They never apply intuition, and that's where the imbalance occur in the world.
Yeah, and that's where the love is. It's just like you're setting up your business. Because you see, it's a good idea, people want it, and then you set up the systems and structures with into it, and you just do the work. Do this,
Hustle,
and then
right.
after a while, you just feel like there's no purpose. I feel I'm bored. There's no reason, like people find that they're just doing day to day. It's just a routine kind of thing, and it's because you've done the systems and structures, it's going on, you get your money and blah blah blah, but you don't feel elevated, you don't feel like you are leaving your legacy, you don't feel like it's fulfilling your sole purpose. And that's where that imbalance is, because it's very much into the masculine,
Money,
the structures, the
figure,
money that they automate it, but there is no love, there is no desire, there's no passion. And even in anything like you do, even in a marriage, right, it's got to have that as well, because otherwise it's like day to day, this is what is a family like, but there's no love, there's no the human side of things. So in marketing, when we're talking about business, let's look outside of just making it a money-making machine, but it is more something that is human. And this is where we are encouraging businesses to be, because we want businesses to do good, and everything that we create, our profits in the business, is with purpose. And that's where we come in. Zeal and I come in. When it comes to businesses, we are very clear that business is a channel for good. Business is for doing good, and doing good is also good for business. So either way, it is actually a win-win for everything. Win-win-win-win for us.
I would talk about, like, in my classes, I do training. I'm a trainer and a life coach. I always talk about purpose and intention. That is the foundation of successful life, and even in business, because without the right purpose, you'll be doing all the wrong things. For example, if you do business just for the sake of just profiteering, making money, but you don't care about what happened to the environment, you don't care what happened to your workers, you underpay them, or you cut, like when COVID happened, like people don't pay the employee their salary, or they fire the employers, and then the people still have to make a livelihood, right? So in that way, when you use logic and you just use that kind of masculine energy, you are actually depriving yourself, and you are actually making the world a worse place. So what we do, we encourage people is to go beyond that and to balance between the logical, the system, the structure towards the feminine energy, towards intuition, where we can actually serve with the right purpose intention, where our intention is to serve a higher purpose, serve our call, our creator created us for a reason. Why we were meant to do this work is not just to eat, sleep, like do all these things, but we have a better purpose, right? Most of you, if you dig down enough, you'll know what your purpose is. Like for us, because our religion tells us exactly what we need to do, and not just for our creator, but our goal is also to serve humankind, to add value to them. And for me, the best way that I've seen is through business. Right? You have seen, I've seen other structures that people do, even like in the world, right? The entrepreneurs who are the one that make the most impactful, especially when they're conscious entrepreneurs.
Conscious
right?
entrepreneurs.
Yeah, they want to. They say, like, for example, we do business. The more we go to business, we channel our profits towards a certain social cause. Like for us, we channel to refugees. Instead of just giving them basic food, money, we teach them on how to do business online. So the refugees will have to get to earn their own money, and they have a life of dignity. They not only thrive, they not only survive, but they thrive in the business, and they also deserve the best life possible. So we were talking yesterday, right? We don't have to sacrifice, compromise our life. What the word? Either or. We don't have to. We can put and. I want this and this.
We
You
take a
don't have
stand
to
for
say
the end.
yeah. We should stand for the end, right? So that's also where intuition comes in, right? When we have a very strong intuition, and we are operating from a high vibration, from the heart and the spirit. A lot of our actions are inspired, and it's like we don't know where it comes from, but for us we know it comes from God gives us the inspiration, because we are doing good things, we have the right intention to do business. Somehow we are guided. We don't even have to fight. We don't have to go through hours and hours of research. It's guided. Of course, we still believe in the data and everything. We still do our due diligence, but we combine it with intuition, and soulful marketing is very powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love this so much. I really, really love this. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Zeal and Murshidah are my mentors. They're like my sifu, basically. So I've learned all of these things from them as well. And when it comes to intuition, when it comes to soulful marketing, the blend of the feminine energy with the masculine data, data-driven work, which marketers tend to do a lot of, it's nicely, woven in as part and parcel of the job of an entrepreneur. So it doesn't feel like it's a burden. So I think now it's the time for me to share my portion of things, which is how it's important and why is it important for you to start a business with the right heart and soul. So I think if I were to share with you my story, starting a business itself is never an easy task. Whether it is you're starting an e-commerce business while you are studying or while you are juggling your 9 to 5 job, all the way to building a multi-million dollar empire. Nothing is going to come easy, definitely. But those challenges that comes in your life, they are there to kind of test your vibration a little bit and see what you're going to do about it. Yeah, and make that intuition a little bit strong as well. So that being said, when I was starting out in my business, I dug deep in my heart and asked myself, what is it I really wanted to do in my life? At that time, I was 21 years old and I was trying to figure things out on my own. Those of you who know about my story, I went through a series of unfortunate events in my life that led me to that position where I only had $2 in my pocket. I think this story I've been telling so many, many times. But at that moment in my life, I said to everyone in my life that I've had enough of going through that moment, that notion of I'm not having enough. I cannot do the things that I want to do, and then I can't find jobs, this and that, the blaming mentality. And I think all of these things are affecting the true core of our being. When our body feels weak because of all that guilt that we are going through, or even that feeling of burden, that you are experiencing in your life, you don't have the energy for you to carry on. So it's also about letting go and moving forward and driving yourself just one step ahead or even 10 steps forward so that you can leave all those behind. So one of the things that I think is really, really important when with regards to this topic is that when I started the business, I answered the question of what is it I wanted to do, and clear cut, very from the very beginning, I returned back to my childhood days, and I asked myself, as an 8-year-old, what is it that I wanted to be? Who do I want to be? And the answer is, I want to be a teacher. So, because I wanted to be a teacher so much, I tried being a teacher. I tried all throughout my years being a teacher. So, that's also using the body and the mind and the spirit to carry on, to try out things, using that intuition, using the heart and soul, the feeling to just kind of feel, vibe it to see whether this is something that you really wanted to do. So I started Blissful Studios, my video production company, because I know that if I wanted to teach business, I had to have a successful business first. So that's where I created the business. And then later on, Fempreneur Secrets was established because then I've already had gained the experience of running two failed e-commerce businesses and then this current video production company in a service-based industry. And I moved over to Fempreneur Secrets, where I'm now teaching women entrepreneurs to establish their own business. And all of these things, when you are trying to uncover your true potential, is what I call to activate your fearless potential. It's diving deep in your heart and tapping on your mind and your soul and try to see what is it that you really, really want to do. Because the truth of the day is that, like what Mushida and Zeal have said, this is a God-given gift. It is something that has been assigned to you the moment you were born on earth. It's something that's in you. So it's there. The answer is there within you. It's just a matter of it's just a matter of tapping it and making it like awoken a little so that you get the answers that you need to get there in establishing yourself as who you really want to be. So with this in mind, right, and it, when you try to blend the intuition part together with the data part, creating that balance between the femininity as well as the masculinity, like all the data, the systems, the operations, all of those things are very masculine. And then we have the feminine side of things, which is very emotional, very beautiful, very aesthetic. Try to blend the two. And I would say that if you are women, you have more feminine traits. Well, usually you have more feminine traits more than you would have masculinity. So creating the understanding of the masculinity, having that synergy to understand in the world of marketing, for example, in business, that is going to help you so much because you already have the emotions. You already have the feeling. You just need to elevate it a little bit and balance it out with the data that you need for you to create a sustainable business for yourself, a business that does good, and of course, a business that continues on as a legacy beyond your lifetime. So, this is kind of the importance. It really shows to you how important it is for you to create a business and establish a business that is full of heart, that is full of feelings, and of course, at the same time, that it is something you really want to do. That's the whole point of running a business. I think I've coached so many women entrepreneurs so far, and a lot of them come to me without a single business idea. But when we tap deep into their heart, we try to understand what is it that they are meant to be and meant to do. We find their way of life. And their way of life helps to develop that business idea that they desire, that eventually helps them to really activate their fearless potential. And of course, at the same time, like what we are going to be sharing with you a little bit later, how they can harness their soul and really just embrace that, to come it out, to just let it out and do the best possible in their business through the work of marketing while balancing their feminine side, which is the intuition, the gut feel, trusting the people that is needed to help you grow your business. Also understanding and trusting your intuition whenever someone new comes by. And, like what Zeal Murshidah said, right? You as an entrepreneur, there will be many instances in your life or in your career where you will meet new people, and new people will always want to try to learn about your business, collaborate with you, find ways to work with you. But sometimes, somewhere, your heart just tells you maybe this person is not a great fit for your business. But because it sounds good, then you think like, okay, maybe I should trust this person. But in that kind of situation, like I strongly believe that we need to trust our heart and soul and our gut. Because at the end of the day, it's a warning sign that we need to listen to. Our body has this feeling that that person is not suitable for our organization, and we need to trust it because that's what we have gone through in our life. to understand when we need to draw the boundaries and when we need to draw the line between what can be done for our business and what should be avoided. So that's one of the things that I can share about how important it is for you to establish this authority in your own life where you control and take charge of your own future within your heart and soul, and then lead a business with so much soul and purpose. All right, so that's, at least from my point of view, the sharing that is important for us to take away from here. All right, so yeah, I think there's some comments. Let me just pop it up, take a look. Oh, okay, great. So we've got a comment here from Esra. Hi, Esra.
Yes,
We know her.
I just messaged her.
She says energy is everything. Indeed, I think we're talking about energy over here. Pretty much the whole topic.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Do you have
Very
anything to add on for this?
Yeah, it is true. It is your vibe, and it comes from within you, and that's why I said even we have to. Now, the other thing I learned also when working with business owners, sometimes they think it's intuition, but actually it comes from a space of ego or fear based, right? Then they say, oh no, 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 this one cannot be done because I feel that it's not right and all that. But when you, and they say it's their intuition, or they say, oh, my intuition says I shouldn't continue with this business, and I want to stop. I want to stop the whole coaching thing anyway, and they don't want to pay. And it's like your intuition will never ask you to do something bad or lacking in integrity or going against universal values. That means like kill and hurt someone, kill a weak person, that sort of thing. If you, that comes from a space of hurt and anger and somewhere dark. So it is very important when we work with entrepreneurs that we work on the inner work, the spiritual work, the heart-centeredness, the really releasing negative emotions that they may carry with them, and they believe that it's their feelings, that is their intuition. So this is something that I work with the and the business owners on, regarding this, the energy, because sometimes they use that because it's fear. It is that self-limiting belief, and they say it's intuition. So it is also for people to be able to identify the difference between what is actually toxic self-sabotage beliefs and what is intuition, because your intuition will always guide you to something good. Your intuition, it comes from a space of spirit, it comes from a space of love, and it comes from a space of connection with a higher power, which is for us, or God Almighty, the creator of the universe. That becomes very clear when you let go of toxicity, let go of toxic emotions, energies in you, which includes forgiveness, which is one of the key things that I work with entrepreneurs, letting go of toxic beliefs, experiences,
Energy
conscious
block,
conscious or unconscious, energy blocks. So these things that will guide the entrepreneur in a very much more positive way, and even how they lead others, how they talk to their customers, how they ask the right questions, how they share their knowledge, their content, because they are actually speaking to the people that they are meant to serve. So it comes. This is something that business owners must also be able to identify the difference between what is limiting beliefs or toxic beliefs that actually self-sabotaging, or what is actually intuition. Because not everything that we feel, we say, oh, this is not the right person, it could come from a place of fear or non-forgiveness. So again, that again, being able to strengthen that intuitive muscle for you to be able to identify that. But it is super powerful. That's why I think in the past people used to stick to data, because it's like easier to do. But I tell you, it just if you focus on masculine and all that, you can do it, but it's going to be like Zeal said, hopping one foot is a struggle. But it is not tapping on the best way of how you can really do life. I don't say just do business, do life, because life is joyful, life is abundant. God is abundant. But when we set limits, that's where our business and our life is limited.
One of the examples I like to give, to give our listeners a better understand, those who maybe still cannot resonate with what we are sharing, is the difference between intuition and the logical and other things is like when you operate from intuitive, it's like you are actually tapping on something that is like, you know, you heard the word, your vibe will attract your tribe,
Yeah.
right? So your energy level at any given time, whether it's a fearful energy, whether it's a high vibe or joyful, content, calm, that state will attract the people towards you, right? And we have experimented with hundreds of times before when we are in a very fearful state, anxiety. When we work, we don't get the clients, we don't get our sales. But the moment we let go, we say, okay, I let go of the expectations. I know it's already there, it's already done. All I need to do is just work with inspired action and be on a high vibe, which is either joy or calm and content at the very least. Then you see everything start to flow. You know, you don't have to struggle. That's why we say from struggle to flow, right? It's like you don't have to struggle anymore. Everything flow, and we start enjoying doing business. I was not a very like I'm talking about just now. I'm talking about the difference, right? It's like in the COVID times, the difference you see people who have knowledge and they learn about technology, and people who do not know at all about technology. Those business who do not take technology into their business when COVID happened, they all had to shut down because they do not use the technology. Like for us, we lost our whole years of business inevitably, you know, because we did not know how to do our business online. But we actually took the time to learn. For me, I took 30 minutes every day to learn about how to take my business online, and I asked Huda also her advice on how to take business online. She recommended me Kajabi, which something that I advocate highly, and I started applying it into my life, and I see amazing things. The losses that we had, we managed to cover it, and our profit for 1 month is more than the whole year of doing training offline, which is face to face and doing training. And that's a lot to do with the inner intuition and the guided inspiration. Yeah.
Lovely. Oh my God, this is so amazing. Like really, really is amazing, okay? Every single time I have conversation with the two of you is always inspiring. Yes, I wanted to also add on, I think with that idea of energy, I think it's important for us to remember that even in the virtual space, people can feel your
Yeah.
vibration, your energy. So don't come to this conclusion like, oh, no one's going to see me, no one's going to hear me, or I'm behind the screen, no one's going to know what's happening. Or, like, some people say, that if they are in front of the camera, they don't wear pants, some of those things. Yeah. Yeah. Even those kind of things, the very, very small details, they really vibe off to your energy. Right, it really feels that way. So I think this is very nicely fitted to the topic that we want to share with you guys about, which is intuitive marketing from a struggle to flow. Okay, so this is something that Zeal Murshidah and I have been working quite hard on this. Okay, because I wouldn't say HARD, I would say HEART.
All
We've
Yes.
been
right.
working a lot with our heart on this to make this possible for all of you. So let's take a look. All right, so upcoming in on 22nd and 23rd of November from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Singapore time, Malaysia time, we are going to be conducting a workshop especially for you, and this is known as Intuitive Marketing from Struggle to Flow. This 2-day workshop series is for soulful entrepreneurs who wants to create a balance between their emotions, their feminine side or their intuition, plus the balance to the marketing side of things. All right. So let's take a look at what is it that you're going to gain from by attending this session. All right, so first of all, you are going to learn from Zeal Zainuddin and Murshidah Said, who are here today. They are the founders of Love and Respect Transformation Center, where they are going to talk about what it means to have this from struggle to flow. And during this session, day number 1, 22nd November, you are going to learn how to market without struggle, stress, and anxiety. You're also going to learn how to make decisions with calmness, lots of calmness and clarity. And they will share how to increase your sales using intuition with less work and less work and hustle. We don't want to use the word hustle over and over again, right? Because if you're doing that, it's coming from an energy that is negative. It's an energy that's not what you need. And then finally, Zeal and Murshida are going to share with you how to open channels of abundance and opportunities in your business, profession, and life. So these are really, really soulful topics to help you get through, and it all is done in a matter of 3 hours. Okay, so Zil and Mushida, do you have anything that you would like to add on to what has been expressed here for your topic?
Yes, I just want to share the people that who come in at that time come with an open mind and open heart, and come in also with a space of faith, because you believe, as long as you go in there and you know in your heart that you are meant to do bigger things. You are meant to be attracting the ideal clients. You are meant to be doing the business that you love. You are meant to live in flow and joy and not struggle, because you know you deserve it, and you are willing to learn, and want you'll find your way to us, and also not be, for this I would say, for this session, who would not be applicable to come in is if they go in just to listen in and not put in the work, because it's not going to be working for you, and you will say that, oh, it's not working, because you come from a space of judgment, or you come from a space of non-sincerity. So come in with an open mind, open heart for yourself, not to say, oh, okay, I love Zeal and Mushida, I've been following them, want to listen to them and all that. No, do it for yourself, for the work, the impact that you're going to be making. And the people who I say are not suitable for this program, also, if you do not believe that there is a higher power, because we come from a space of spirituality, we believe that there is a higher power than us. So if you believe that there is the creator of the universe, you believe that there is a higher power that can guide you and facilitate movement in your business, this is the place for you to come in and tap into that energy. And these are the people that would definitely be benefiting from this. So if you are not going to be putting in the work for yourself, for your impact, this would not be a suitable place for you. And if you think that you're not there to learn also, and then also this is not a place for you as well. So this is a very specific and specialized training that we are sharing, because it comes from a space of faith and also miracles. Because sometimes people, they say, how is miracles even real? I mean, if you look into your life, there are times where things happen miraculously that you say, like, how did that happen? And you try to put some logic around it, and you can't. You can actually activate miracles in your life on a daily basis, miracles in your business on a daily basis. And your business can also be a miracle for people that you are serving on a daily basis. So this is what we'll be sharing.
So when we move from a space of just very, very logical, very masculine, towards the heart and the soul, towards intuitive, we see so many opportunities come to us that is logically you'll not be able to get. I'll give you a few examples, right? We got media coming to us, asking us to go and talk on their shows, and we did not even pay a single cent. They call us, and when we ask them, how did you get to know about us? They say, oh, I saw you online. But when you look at logically, there's so many other people online that's doing the same things that we do, are even more advanced. And they tell us, oh, it's so hard for me to go into media, to be featured in media. But we got media actually calling us, featured us on their show, and we didn't even pay a single cent. And not only media, but we got people that give us awards, that nominate us for awards, and we did not even want to get awards in the first place. Our main intention to do business is not to get awards, but when the people say, okay, we have done 1 year research on you, and we know that you deserve this award, that's why we want to give it to you. Then we say, okay, we look at it. Then we say, okay, we are not doing it for show off or for ego, for vanity. We are doing it as a way to inspire others that if you do good things, more abundance and opportunity will come to you. And that is come from a process of building yourself daily on your intuition, on your heart and the spirit. It's not an overnight thing. So that's why we need to attend a workshop. We need to learn. We need to practice, and it's a daily effort. Like Huda said, it must be from the heart. It must be every day working on that. Then you will achieve it, and that's what this workshop is about. And for people who are willing to come with an open mind and to learn, you'll see amazing results.
All right, amazing. So yes, come on by and listen in at day number one, where Zeal and Murshidah is going to talk to you about intuitive marketing from struggle to flow, and all that abundance and energy is going to come flowing through you once you've discovered what you really need to do from inside out. All right, so this is what is going to be covered on 22nd of November. And then on 23rd November, day number two, is when I'm going to share with you the second part, okay, the balancing, right? So the balancing here is the marketing side of things, where I'm going to share with you how you can get your first 1,000 email subscribers with heart and intention. Okay, so this is going to be lots of fun. I definitely find that this topic, this workshop that I'm going to be conducting with you guys are going to be lots of fun. Okay, so in this segment, you are going to learn how to get your first 1,000 email subscribers with ease and without that icky feeling that you're some salesperson that has nothing better to do than to sell to your customers. Okay, so you're going to light up with a lot of authority, and but it comes from the space of heart, right? So I'm going to share with you a secret. One of the secrets is to create this thing called an email challenge. All right, so an email challenge that we are going to only do it in this workshop, down to the details of copywriting. We're going to share this inside the workshop itself. And then finally, we're going to teach you how to set up and on your email service providers without the overcomplicated tech. So we're going to walk you through all of these things inside this second session, day number two, on 23rd of November. All right. So I think at the end of the day, like what we've talked about just now is the balancing. So when we want to create this intuition or this more soulful entrepreneur in yourself, you need to balance the energy. So day number one, this amazing chemistry that Zeal Murshidah and I have is that day number one is the intuition part, and then day number two is the marketing part. So here you're going to be able to get that balance that is needed for you to become the amazing entrepreneur that you are meant to be. All right. Okay, so that's not all. As usual, with this kind of things that we've talked about, you'll also get bonuses. Or these bonuses are exciting, okay? Because some of them just been released. Okay, so let's take a look. First of all, you're going to get a certificate of completion for this 2 days workshop. So at the end of the second day workshop, you're going to have to complete a mini assessment for you to get this certificate of completion. All right. So this is just a way for us to make sure that you are really coming in because you want to improve yourself, and you're not coming in like what Murshidah said to just sit in and just be a fan women or fan men to come in and just cheer us on. No, it's okay. We want people who wants to create a change in their life, and that's what we want to do here with this certificate of completion. And then, of course, Zeal and Murshidah are going to give us the 7 steps on how to turn your knowledge to income. This is very new, right, Zeal and Murshidah?
Very, very new. It's our new coaching product that we just launched. Previously to this, it's just a guide. For example, it's like a guide to tell you, okay, this is step 1, step 2, step 3. But with the coaching, I think it will be a very good additional, because then you learn from us how to apply it. Because some people, they're confused from the guide. No, I don't know how to apply it. But when the coaching comes in, we will base our coaching on this guide. Immediately, we'll give you action steps on how you can apply it, and you'll see a whole lot of difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I love this because you all have to know that Zeal and Murshidah are both trainers and speakers and coaches. So that being said, this is the heart and soul of the things that they've been doing for years, turning the knowledge into income. And that's something that you're going to gain so much knowledge of from just this bonus alone. Okay, and they are also going to include in 1 month access to the conscious networking platform, which is valued at $99 per month. So this space is very fun. So that there's a lot of people inside there. You can say hello to all of them, or maybe even some of them. And then I think Zeal and Murshidah, there's also regular updates, right, that you include inside here,
Yeah.
like announcements. Yeah.
Yeah, those people who join, actually, this is our mastermind platform where people who come in, right, actually they pay $99 a month. But for the people of you who join our workshop, you'll get this 1 month for free as a gift from us, because we believe in when you are in the high vibe community, high vibe energy, right? A lot of people who came in like this 1 month just to try it out, right? A lot of them eventually became our clients because they see the value of being in a high vibe community. Immediately they don't have to struggle anymore. They feel good about doing business. They're happy. Their family relationships get better. And some they even went into a partnership, in business partnership with each other in our platform after being with each other for 1 year. So that's the benefit. You actually can find your potential clients, suppliers, and even your own potential partners in this our 1 month networking mastermind platform. Yep.
That's right. So it's amazing in these platforms. I was part of the mastermind before. Well, not directly this one, but another one. And even that also already had gained so much value. So what more 1 month access complimentary for you when you sign up to the 2-day workshop with us. Right. So moving on, I'm going to include in this is really fresh off the shelf. Okay. The Art of Firing Your Boss. This is version 2.0, where I will share with you inside this ebook six chapters full of steps on how to create a profitable business online with 12 rules, or sort of like commandments, but no, not that way, but 12 rules for you to establish yourself as this fearless fempreneur that you are meant to be. So this one is valued at $97. And of course, we will also include in 1 month access to the Fearless Fempreneur Club. And inside this Fearless Fempreneur Club, we share some tips as well as some techniques, some tools, recommendations as well, so that you can become more visible on the online space and become that fearless fempreneur that we are talking about over and over again at Fempreneur Secrets. So this one is valued at $99 per month. That being said, the combined value of just the bonuses alone is already surpassing 400 US dollars. Okay, so $400, already surpassing that. So meaning to say that this is really a good investment for you. But we're not even charging that, including these workshops that we're going to be doing. We're only going to let you have this at an investment of $297. Right? Sorry, this you can ignore the one at the bottom that is not now until 17 November. We're going to open it up all the way until the day of the workshop itself. Right? So for 297, you're going to access this all the way until 22nd of November, when we start day number 1. Right? But if you take action, when you take action fast, that's one of the key criteria of becoming a very profound and very queen-like entrepreneur. This is what you need to do. You can save $100 and gain this at 197 now until 17th of November. So this is the fast action special that we are giving for you if you sign up today at 197. Right? So that being said, we've created a QR code for you so that you can just flash it and just sign up and enroll into the intuitive marketing from struggle to flow. So let's give this leave this screen up here and see if there's any questions left, and also if there's anything else that we would like to add on your side, Zeal and Murshidah.
Okay, yeah. Like for myself, right? Being a student of personal development and business mentorship for a very half of my life, right? I started off a bit of my story, which I did tell upfront. I was from a very challenging. I was homeless before. I had self-esteem issues, phobia of talking to people. But how I managed to get over it was through self-development and having amazing mentors. And that's what I believe, right? I invested almost easily more than quarter of a mil, right, in my self-development, in business mentorship. And I believe that that's the only way for you to be able to break through any kind of struggle or ceiling that you have. There must be an exchange of energy. There must be an investment in something for you to be able to move forward. Without it, you'll not be able to move forward. Like you want a better anything in life, right? You want a better house. You have to invest a slightly higher price to get a better quality, right? So that's what I believe in. In self-development, you need to be able to invest in yourself. And this is the offer that we give you, right? Most people will charge much more higher, but we believe in giving value first. That's why we're giving you at this very special price. So you can actually experience the value, and then later on you decide if you want to continue your journey with us. Yeah, Murshidah?
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. It's enough of struggle, enough of making ends meet, enough of like looking at your pocket, like, oh, when is the money gonna come in, which what date, or waiting for the end of the month for money to come in, and then when you get your bills, you get all stressed out and all that. So when it comes to flow, it is all about feeling at least calm and content when and you are at peace. whether in your business or in your life, right? So that's how business should be. It should not be a struggle. If you are you feel that you are struggling, stressed out, that means,
It's not a
stop for a
business.
while,
Yeah.
learn how to get out of that struggle.
Yeah.
And This is not the kind of life that you want. So
Yeah.
this is something that I used to go through as well. The pain is real, the fear is real, the money
It's real.
challenges that I felt was real, but actually what I found out is it's not real.
Yeah.
It is not real. It is not real until I made it unreal.
Yeah.
So it is something that I created my own reality on what my life would be like, and this is how we lead our life by design and through design. So highly encourage everyone to come and join in. Very great content, and you do get the masculine and feminine from this workshop as well. And this is something that I'm not sure how many other available programs are sharing on this knowledge as well, especially when it comes to business.
Yep. Yeah, because this workshop we don't do it very often. We only, because every month is a different theme, So before by the time we come back to marketing, it's going to be maybe another few more months. So it's good for you to take the action now, because the base, I see the struggle of people is charging their worth, right? And then also marketing and getting visibility in their business. They charge such a low price that it's not their worth, and that's why they struggle. When you know your worth, you charge the right price or even higher price, then you know that's the best place to be. And most people do not know how to go there. Yeah. So that's why we're going to be sharing with you that you'll be able to move from charging low prices that does not even help you to meet your fixed cost, towards having a higher price where you can use that money to have a better lifestyle and also make the world a better place by contributing towards a social impact in your business. Yeah, that's from us.
All right, so this is very exciting. Okay, come in with an open mind, and also empty your cup before you step on into the Zoom sessions, because this is going to be a session that is filled with new information for most of you. And then, of course, at the same time, we want to try to, I would say, we just want to get you to move that one step forward, or maybe even 3 steps forwards in your business, so that you can really go and do the things that you are meant to do on this surface of the earth. All right, so that's why this is a very important workshop for you to attend to. All right, so scan the QR code and you will be able to enjoy the early bird special 197, which is $100 off the original price. This early bird price is only going to be made available all the way until 17th of November, and after that it's going to go up to 297. All right, so lock your savings, $100. This is what you're going to do. Scan the QR code, and then after this as well, on all the replays or on the platforms on Facebook as well as LinkedIn and YouTube, we are also going to drop in the links inside there, so you can click on it directly. And for those of you who have voiced out interest, you can go ahead. Zeal, what was it?
Yeah, one question I want to acknowledge those people who actually took the time to interact with us. I think I saw a few things came out. Let's acknowledge them.
All right. So Hidayah said, love this topic. Keep it up. Okay.
Thank you for joining us. We really
Thanks,
appreciate it.
Hidayah. And then we have Esra. All right. Thank you, Esra. Yes, energy. We want to keep the energy high up as well. Yeah. And then finally, we have Najiha, which is one of my clients. Hi, Huda. Thanks for the session. I'm traveling, but will revert soon. Sending my love and support.
So
Thank you for being here. Yeah. All right, great. Oh, one more from Esra. Just lots of claps.
Yes.
Really delicious.
I would love to connect you and Esra together. Esra is from Germany, so she was the person I connected with just now when you asking that question on.
Oh, lovely. Okay, great. So yes, there's lots of connections, going around, and that's the energy is that we are, vibing with. Okay.
Yes. Exactly.
Great. Okay, so let me pull off this slide. All right, so let's wrap up the session. If there's any questions that you have with regards to intuitive marketing and even with our program, you can just feel free to contact Huda, myself, or you can contact Zeal and Murshidah, so we can address any of the queries that you may have with regards to this topic. And remember to sign up to this workshop. You're going to gain a lot of insight. 2 weeks down from the 2 weeks from now, actually, yes, you're going to gain lots of insights from this 2-day workshop. It's back to back, so just allocate your time to learn and take this up to your next level for your own business and self. Yeah.
Okay.
Yay. Any
Uh,
last words of wisdom that you have that you would like to share with our community who's watching?
Okay.
yeah. Okay. For me, it's just always keep your vibration high in these times of challenging times where we face our challenge. Just keep your vibration high. Be in a state of gratitude and give. Like for us, we noticed in our business came the turning point in the business. We started giving, whether volunteering our time for social causes or putting our money for helping refugees, and we find that our life changed. So the two things that really can really change your life in an instant is these two things: is gratitude and giving. And that's why I really encourage you, if you're in a very dark place or a very challenging place, just start with these two things. You will see so many things open up for you.
Yes, exactly. And additionally, big advocate of forgiveness.
Yeah.
Forgive others and forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
I love that. Yeah, very exciting times. And for those of you who are listening in, also, we will, keep this replay on. And so if you want to watch from the very beginning, if you missed out certain portions, you can just watch the replay from the very beginning and go through what we have discussed today. Right. So thank you so much, everyone, for being
thank you,
here.
everyone.
With that,
Thank you,
yeah,
Huda.
remember to keep learning and keep believing in yourself because the world needs an inspiration just like you. And we will see you soon. Stay fearless,
Bye.
everyone.